the ego is not a bad thing. Its job is to be the interface here in what we perceive physically. The ego is what allows us to know, well, I am going to start a new business, so I might want to take out an ad or do Facebook and get some cards and let people know. Or, I want to go to the grocery store. Don't walk in front of the bus. You've all heard me say that. The ego, it keeps you safe and it helps you bring your potentials forth in the physical. The problem can be with the ego is then it starts saying, well, this is true, and this is true, and this has got to be true, and I've got to figure this, and it starts getting really clutchy and over-controlling. The neat thing is that once you understand that you're carrying all these ideas and you have choice whether to carry them or not, it's really like getting rid of an old ugly green couch in your living room. It's like, you know what? You're not working for me anymore. I don't need you. And you get rid of it and you make that choice to get rid of it. The ego, once it part of you, because it's not separate, that surface level consciousness, it starts understanding this. And so what I always say is this, so the ego, let's give it some real control. Okay, so I, as the micromanaging ego, I give my permission for everything to be working to my best interest and to my true best goals and dreams and authentic realization of my potentials. I'm setting my GPS to that. And then I don't have to micromanage every detail of what the ego can't know that. It can't. You've got your universal consciousness, and then you've got the ego that knows how to not get hit by a bus. So what I'm saying is once the ego part of you understands that, it's not about giving up your not making decisions for yourself. It's saying there's more here than I might be consciously aware of. So I'm going to make the conscious choice to let the things that will help me pursue what will really make me happy and satisfied. I make the conscious choice to let those in. And frankly, sometimes work out the details for me. Your universal inner source self is so much more creative and imaginative and smart. And that's how come things can just magically work themselves out. It was like, we've all done it. Oh, I don't know how this is going to go, and I can't really. You really can put it into a triangle and go, right, I don't know how this is going to work itself out, but I know there's infinite possibilities for how it could work itself out if I would just get the heck out of the way and let it. And that's the trusting. So your intention is there for your best interest and your best fulfillment of potentials. You're just not trying to micro dictate what that has to look like. Because what are you doing then? You're given a direction. This is exactly what it can look like. Mm-hmm. And you just cut off all this other possibility of how it can look, right? When people, I don't personally do dream boards, but they can be useful. I always like to remind people, add space for what your ego, left brain isn't even smart enough to imagine a version of this or how it could go for you. Allow space for the magical things to happen, to bring it in for you. Make sense? Mm-hmm.